Hello and welcome to this new MFRR interview series. Today we host Francesco Cancellato, Italian journalist and editor-in-chief of the outlet Fanpage. In early 2025, Cancellato was notified by Meta that his phone has been infected with Graphite Spyware developed by the Israeli firm Paragon Solutions. Known for exposing far-right extremism within Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's party, Cancellato called the breach a serious threat to press freedom. Francesco, following Meta's message, how did you first react to the event?
Well, I was a little bit shocked. I didn't expect I could be spied, and a spyware could infect my phone. Sometimes as journalists, we joke about it, that someone is listening to us. Maybe you hear a lot of things like, of course, Paragon or excuse me, Pegasus, or journalists who've been spied in some distant places. But, well, when someone tells you you've been spied in Italy with a spyware that is usually sold to government, and only to democratic government, well, it's something that's a little bit shock you. The first reaction is that one, and the second reaction was fear, because you don't know what to do. You don't know who's been spying on you. You don't know for how long they spied on you. You don't know what they took from your phone. Basically everything. They can take everything, and you don't know how to find out and how to answer these questions. And after that, the third reaction was to feel alone, or something like that, to feel an external part of the process, in which the government speaks to Meta, which speaks to Paragon, which speaks to the secret services, the intelligence forces, and no one speaks with you. So you are out of the process and it's worrying, and you feel quite abandoned.
Thank you, Francesco. Can you tell us about what was the impact that this revelation have on your work scenes? And as well as editor-in-chief of Fanpage, do you think that your outlet will dedicate more space to reporting on spyware and other digital threats to journalism?
Of course, we are reporting it a lot. We are investigating on this case. As journalists, it's a story. We decided to go public because we found out that was a story to report, and a story to investigate in. It's a serious threat of freedom of speech and press in a democracy. If editor-in-chief of a journal, of a newspaper, is spied with something like the hypersonic weapon of spyware, as a Citizen Lab told about Graphite. Yeah, of course, we dedicate a lot. Our work didn't change a lot. We are still focused on investigation. It's sort of a paradox. When you don't know you are spied, but you are spied, your work is in danger, but you don't know it's in danger. But when you find out you are spied, and you take all the measures and the precautions, and, well, of course, you're conscious about it, you feel worried, but it doesn't affect your work anymore, because you are not spied anymore. You are in a safe zone, more or less. So, well, we're trying to think we are in a safer zone than we were before. of course, we don't know, but my new phone is clean, so why don't behave like everything's okay? And yeah, of course, when you speak up with people, you are more prudent, you are more worried about being spied or who is in front of me, but that's okay. Of course, it's something that it doesn't affect the work. Maybe it could better your work because you're more aware of the risk.
Thank you very much. And do you have updates on your complaint to the Italian judicial authorities and any news coming from the Italian government?
The government did the Copasir, which is the commission that controls the intelligence, completed his investigation and will tell the parliament what they found out listening to Meta, to Paragon, to Citizen Lab, to the intelligence stuff and stuff like that. We know something that's rumors about this testimony, this investigation, because everything is classified as far as we know. But well, of course, we will know something, I think, shortly. Regarding the inquiries from the tribunal, I sued and I asked for an investigation to the Naples tribunal. I don't know anything yet. They are investigating, I think, but I didn't ask for any news and they didn't give me any news. And about the Cybersecurity National Agency, that the government said they will investigate on the case, I didn't add news either. I don't know what are they investigating on. They didn't call me. They didn't do anything to me. So basically, there is a silence on that.
So in light of these events, what do you consider be the most urgent action both in Italy and the European Union to increase the protection of journalists? Well,
of course, when you think about spying on journalists in Europe before January 31st, you had some legal constraints and you have some regulation that I think they are weak against something like graphite or something like a non-click spyware. I think that there is a void in regulation. There is that the protection would be increased, not only for journalists, but for everyone. Spyware is something that, as weapons, are good if they are used to protect society from the threat of terrorism, of mafia, or something like that, but that can become a threat themselves if they are used against journalists, against activists, against common citizens in order to know everything about them. And so I think that there is the necessity to have more strict regulation on that. And because this Paragon case basically told us that something doesn't work. And these weapons are more powerful than we thought. Because I was infected without any click. So it's something they could infect everyone, anytime. And well, of course, there is the need of more control and more constraint on that weapons.
Thank you very much, Cancellato, for being here with us today. And I wish you a pleasant day.
Thank you so much, Peter. Pleasure was mine.